Hi there. I'm very new to YouTube. This is my first ever YouTube video, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I wanted to really make something for people who are just thinking about getting into cake decorating. I want to make it available to those who just like to home bake for their families, but just add a little bit of a twist and do something pretty special for their loved ones. So I thought this is an ideal opportunity to give people a little bit of knowledge in how to do it. But I thought I'd start right at the beginning by discussing fondant. Fondant is basically a medium that you use to decorate the cake, and you can make toppers and small elements out of fondant without a problem at all. But if you're wanting to make flowers or anything a little bit more intricate, a lot of people use gum paste or flower modelling paste. The only downside to that is that for 200 grams of the gum paste or modelling paste, it'll set you back about £3 to £4. It's not a cheap medium to work with or use, so that's why I like to use fondant. I'll show you the difference though. This is the gum paste, or the flour paste, whichever you want to call it. It's very firm, and that's its advantage really, because it's great for making flowers or any kind of topper, because it holds its shape. For example, if I pull this one apart, it snaps. It's very, very strong, and it's a lot more firmer. Whereas the fondant, bearing in mind it's a heck of a lot cheaper, you can buy a 500 gram white icing fondant from any store for about £1.50. But it's a lot gooier. As you can see, as I pull it, it stretches. It's a lot softer. But as I'm a home baker and I like to bake for my family and sometimes make the odd special cake for them, I can't really justify spending that kind of money on the flour modelling paste or the gum paste. So I cheat. But I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm going to cheat and change the consistency of my fondant so that it resembles the gum paste or flour paste without the price. But first I'm going to show you how to colour your fondant. Now, it's very simple, and you use gel. This is Sugar Flare pink gel, and you do not use the liquid natural food colourings. You do not use those. If you use those on this, it will turn to a soggy mess, and we don't want that. Food colouring in liquid form is to add to a cake batter or buttercream to change the colour, not to your fondant. So steer away from those and go out and find yourself some gel colours if you're wanting to change the colour of your fondant. So this is how you do it. I use a piece of equipment here is called a cocktail stick, and you just place a little bit on the end and place it in the centre of the fondant. I'll just put a little touch more so you can see the colour. And you mix it through. Now, a good way of kneading is this, or my way. And you roll it into a sausage and you fold it into the centre and repeat the process. Sausage, roll it into the centre, sausage, roll it into the centre. Now try and move quickly with fondant because it has a tendency to dry out, so don't be too slow in this process. So I'm mixing it through. At the moment it's looking rather marbled, and you might like that effect. But if you're wanting a solid colour, keep on going until there is no more grain effect. And once you're happy that that's the case, and you've got the colour you want, then you're ready to rumble. But obviously, if you're wanting a darker pink, you then add more of your gel. So it's as simple as that. It's not rocket science, but that's how you mix your colours. And you can prepare these in advance if you wish. So I'm happy now. Now I'm wanting to change the consistency of the fondant so it's less supple and create a firmer texture. So that will enable me to model it a lot easier. And I'm going to add my magic ingredient. Are you ready? Ta-da! It's this, and it looks like icing sugar or flour, I suppose. And it's called CMC or Tylose powder. And a little goes a long way, because to change this into a lot more firmer consistency, I only need a small bit. That should do. So that little bit, and all I'm doing now is I'm going to knead that through. Wipe up any excess, because I'm quite tight. I like to use every scrap. So knead it through, and again, the sausage is a good technique. Oh dear. You roll and fold into the centre, and what you're doing is you're making sure that it's incorporated all throughout the fondant that you're working with. Alright, so we're moving nicely along. Okay, so I'm happy with that now, and you can leave this and work with it later, but I tend to, once I've added the Tylose powder, I like to work with it relatively quickly, but that's your own preference, but that's how I work. So I'm ready now to make a rose, and the equipment you'll need to make a very quick rose is the fondant or icing and a bag. This is a freezer bag. Woohoo! The expense? Well, I don't know how much that would cost, but you don't need to buy any equipment. I don't need a rolling pin either. So just my hands, a bag, and the fondant. And here we go. Are you ready? So, you pull some fondant off, and how to make a ball. Use the centre of your hand and put them together and just gently roll, and you'll get your ball. And put it straight in the bag so it doesn't dry out. And again, centre of the palm, roll, put it in the bag. I'm not doing any measuring here. This is quick and easy. And just keep going. I'll do a few more. You know. And another. I'll do another 2. So roll. Boom. One more. Yo. And you pop that in. The last one, this is a little bit different. You get your fondant into a ball, yeah? But this time you're going to make a sausage shape. So, I've got a thing about sausages. Oh dear, that didn't sound right, but you make a sausage. Alright? Okay. And you pop it into the bag. There. So, I haven't used any equipment for this. So with your sausage shape, finger, place it down and stretch it around Not too thinly, because you'll have trouble getting it out of the bag. So that's enough. And then peel it off, and that's going to be the beginning of your rose. So you roll it over. Don't be afraid if it messes up. You just start again. It's simple as that. Keep rolling along, and then when you get to nearly to the end, you roll it, push it down, and then roll with your fingers. Yeah. Okay. Now you can just stop there, or I like to fan it out with my finger, just ever so gently. You know, if you make a mistake, don't worry. Start all over again. It doesn't matter. So that's the beginning of the rose, and just pop it down. So now you start with the circles. And again, same process. Flatten it down, not too much. And there's your first petal. Pull it out of the bag, like so. And then pick up your rose, place it down, and because the fondant's still relatively soft, you don't need any water or any glue. It'll automatically stick to it. And peel it back with your finger. Don't be shy, don't be afraid, and nip if you wish. I like to nip, but you don't have to. Nip in the fondant, place it down, and you just keep on going. You know, don't worry about the petals being different sizes and different shapes, because in nature that's exactly what they are. They're all unique. So again, where you've joined that petal, go halfway and do the same process, using your fingers to roll the fondant so it's sticking. Roll it down till you're happy, and you can nip it if you want. You don't have to, but you can. And lay it down, and we'll just do a couple more, I think. And as I say, this is a no-brainer. I haven't had to go out and buy anything. And that's a bonus. I just needed the fondant. I didn't need a tool to do the rose. I just needed a bag, which is good. And we'll do one more petal just to quicken it up for you. I don't want to bore you too much. But there we have. And again, lay it on, roll it in your fingers, okay, and then push down and nip. Yeah, and then this excess here, it's easy, just snap it off, and that will dry. That rose will dry. You could just keep going and going until, and you can buy rose cutters and rose shapers, and you can buy molds and things like that, but this is just a quick rose, and they will dry like this one here. They will dry hard. You hear it? And they can sit on a cake or on a cupcake as an individual topper, and that's just the beginning. And I hope this helps, and I hope you like my little cheat, my CMC or Tylose powder. That will turn your white icing or fondant into flower modelling paste or gum paste without a lot of cost. You can buy these in small pots. Now bearing in mind there's only a little bit there, but that would probably last me 10 or 11 projects. And it's not as expensive as buying that in one colour, where the white icing I can have in white, I can colour it pink, I can colour it blue, I can colour it green, I can make it the same colour as the ribbon I've bought or the topper I've bought. It's a lot more versatile. So I hope that helps, and this is just the beginning of many, hopefully, tutorials that I'll be doing for beginners. Thanks for your time. Bye.